Sorry that took me a second. Having some technical difficulties. I changed a password recently, and OBS kind of freaked out and wanted me to sign in, but wouldn't let me sign in. So that was a bit of a weird thing, and I couldn't see the chat until I signed in, so yeah. But we're here now. So yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. And that's mainly because I was trying to figure out, because I mentioned in a past stream I got a, like, IRL job, right? I was trying to figure out what my schedule is, and I've kind of learned that it's sporadic and random. Like, starting tomorrow I'm working 6 days in a row, and then after that I get, like, this weird chopped up work week where I work 2 days, then have a day off, then 2 days, then 2 days off. It's weird. But my schedule is very unpredictable, which is fine, because I literally am streaming tonight despite working tomorrow. I don't care. As long as I get sleep, I'm good. The other reason, though, as you're slowly seeing, is I had to edit and record and finish 13 videos this month, because I had to record and finish all 12 of the 12 reviews of Christmas, and then I also had to finish 2.2 2 years in. Luckily, I've done both of those things, so we're good. 2.2 2 years in is not going up on the 2nd anniversary of 2.2. It's going up on New Year's Eve. Was it Eve or Day? I think it's going up midnight, January 1st. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what I scheduled it as, but yeah, it's literally up and scheduled, so yeah. But that's kind of what I was doing. Is I was kind of just getting those videos done, getting December done, and now that that's set and done, I can continue streaming, I can continue the Rebeat arc, and the nice thing is those are the only videos I needed to make on a deadline. Everything else I can take as long as I want, as long as I'm working on it and I get it done. So I'm good to just focus on the Rebeat arc. You know what I mean? Because before I was operating under the mentality of, I have to upload at least one video a month, or else my ad rev will suffer, right? Like, if I do not upload a video this month, I will not make the minimum payout, and I will not be able to make money this month. But now, I make money from something other than YouTube. So now I can just get this chat, wild concept, make videos for fun. You know what I mean? I don't have to, like, rush a video out. I never changed my content for that reason, by the way. No matter what, I was making the videos I wanted to make, but now I can make them at a pace that doesn't burn me out. And, as a side effect of that, not only did I get 13 videos done this month, but I also finished beating Cyberpunk and got what might have been the most boring and insufferable ending I could have gotten before I found out there was multiple endings. But I beat the game, so that's cool. Life update, because it's been a while since I've streamed. The job is going well, albeit, personal life stuff. I probably shouldn't get into how the job is going, actually. I'll just say the job is going well. What else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, Rebeat arc. This actually ties into what this stream is. So, a bit of a tricky thing for the Rebeat arc is the Gauntlets. And this is actually what we're doing today. We're going to be playing through and beating more Gauntlet levels, but the tricky thing about these, and why they are such a pain in the ass, is because I don't want to cop out, I don't want to just beat them in the Gauntlets and call it a day. I want the server completions too. Which means every single level in here, I'm gonna have to beat twice. I have to beat Still Life twice. I have to beat WannaCry twice. It's gonna suck. This has mentally been such a barrier that I actually kind of paused the Rebeat arc entirely for a week or two, because I just didn't want to do it because of the Gauntlets. But I think I'm finally out of that mental funk, because I've decided streaming these is gonna make them a lot more fun. What other updates do I have? I feel like there was something I wanted to talk about on stream, but I don't remember. I don't know. Well, I'll think of it later. For now, I'm finally back. I'm gonna be streaming, hopefully on a regular basis. And, yeah, so currently on the Gauntlets, because I have been kind of chipping away at them, so I have some progress on the 2.2 Gauntlets off-stream. But currently, the next level we have to do is Petal Patch. And it's a Tier 1 Easy Demon, so we should be fine. Hello, GD Icon. Hello, Fox Wilbur. Hello, Sir Manface. Welcome to the stream. GD Icon, is that Theory of Everything Icon? Yes, it is. Okay. A Theory of Everything Icon. Should be Tier 2. I remember this being pretty hard for a Tier 1, so... Oh yeah, I should also let you know, chat, I'm using Mega Hack V8 and not V9. I made this decision pretty early into V9 coming out. I'm actually, I'm hoping to commission a mod developer, probably after 2.208 releases. I'm probably going to commission, like, Alphalanius or something, I don't really know. Nothing set in stone, but I'm hoping to commission a mod developer to port my wave trail to a mod so that I don't have to rely on Mega Hack for it, because the way my wave trail works is I do no wave pulse in solid wave trail, and then I set my wave pulse size to 2.1. That way, I have no blending wave trail that's at a full pulse size without pulsing with the fire trail in front of it, because I think that looks cool. My thing is I want to stop using Mega Hack, and the only thing keeping me from doing that is that Mega Hack is how I have my wave trail. So, yeah. Also, why is practice music sync on? Oh, wait, yeah, that turns on automatically when you enable it in the game settings, that's right. But yeah, I want to stop using Mega Hack because V9 is fucking terrible, and I've lost faith in Mega Hack. Actually, before we get too deep in this, I'll show you why I am fed up with Mega Hack, alright? So there's this platformer level, 0000, and I was playing this. I actually need to get back to beating this, but I was playing this, and if you don't know this level, this is a very confusing puzzle level, right? It's a very confusing puzzle level. Sorry, I was... And the thing is, this level requires you to analyze the environment a lot, right? So, without spoiling it for people who want to beat this, you might end up in a scenario where it's like, here's a room. Analyze this random detail to figure out the code to get through this room. And the detail is like, I don't know, how many sides on a shape that keeps showing up, or something like that, right? It's just like a very analytical puzzle level. And so, while I was playing it, I would often, because this is a thing I do all the time, and it is not cheating, this is allowed by leaderboard mods, I'd often do this thing where I'd pause the game and I'd hit my keybind to hide the pause menu so I could see the level without it actively going, right? So I'd just be like, oh, okay, are you sure this will work? Alright, that's what it says, alright. Oh, okay, that's what that says. And it's not cheating. And I don't think it should be considered cheating, because you could do this without hiding the pause menu, right? Like, you could still see the text there if I don't hide the pause menu. Hiding the pause menu is just a quality of life thing, right? But for whatever reason, at least until it got updated to change this, for a little while, Mega Hack V9, what it would do is, say I, like, pause the game, hid the pause menu, and put it back, right? Then when I unpaused, it would turn the cheat indicator red, and it would never stop being red. And on top of that, like, I've started to feel this way really ever since the deadlocked teleport portal bug that I made that video about, right? Because my big thing with Mega Hack is Mega Hack by design, by what it is, changes so many things about the game. Right? Like, even if you don't have the mod enabled, this mod and its code are inadvertently affecting stuff like shaders and the wave trail and fucking the hitboxes and stuff like that. And I think having a moment where using a mod where all it was supposed to do was visually show you what the hitbox look like, having a mod like that move the hitboxes physically, I think that kind of opened my eyes to how much I don't like Mega Hack. And it's not because Mega Hack's bad. It's not because Absolute's a bad dev. Blah, 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 blah. It's not like anything like that. It's just, I don't trust Mega Hack to keep my game vanilla. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my big fear. So, I want to stop using Mega Hack. I really do. I don't know. I'm okay with geode mods because that's one mod at a time. I don't like the idea of using like a big compilation of mods like this, you know? And it's nothing against Mega Hack, it's nothing against Absolute, but just having a moment where the game's hitboxes physically moved unintentionally, and then you consider that stuff like this is still happening with V9, because I've heard V9 has been doing a lot of weird shit. The GD Archives team... Actually, am I allowed to talk about that? Okay, I don't see why I wouldn't be allowed to talk about that, because it's not like I'm leaking anything important. Basically, the GD Archives Discord in their staff chat told us not to use V9, and when I asked why, they basically said that V9 was changing how particles looked. And it's just stuff like that that's like, that shouldn't happen. And I don't want to have a cursed silent club step hitbox multiplier moment, you know? I just don't. It really concerns me. So, yeah, I want to commission someone to just make a standalone geode mod that's just my wave trail, and then I want to stop using Mega Hack. But for now, I'm using V8, because V8, it's worked for as long as it has. I have literally no reason to update. My game runs fine, so you know. Anyway, pedal patch. Oh, that's a cheeky little black orb. That UFO feels way harder than anything else. What the fuck? I can't tell what's happening a lot of the time. It looks like Cherry Blossom. It looks like Cherry Blossom if it was well made. Alright, I don't imagine this is going to take me too long. Let me do a 50 run. Yeah. 54, yeah. I'm mainly concerned about that UFO. Alright, that's a blind click. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I kind of don't get why this is a demon. Not gonna lie. This is really easy. The Tier 1 experience. Oh, that orb is mean. Ah. Yeah, I'm doing Gauntlets. I am on Petal Patch. Wow, that orb is rude. Yeah, I kind of realized at some point in the Rebeat arc, and I don't really know what caused me to realize this or when, because I know it was something unrelated to the Gauntlets, but something in the Rebeat arc made me realize that I don't hate the levels in the Gauntlets, I just hate playing the Gauntlets. And I don't know what it is, I don't know why, but, like, if a level is in the Gauntlets and I don't like it, I will really not like it. Whereas if it's just a rated level, like an easy demon, like if I'm doing an EDL level that I dislike, it's like, whatever. I don't think it's the fact I'm forced to beat it, though, because I don't feel that way about easy demons for the easy demon challenge. I think one thing that I've always been drawn to whenever I get mad at Gauntlet levels, like, one of the things that I want to insult the most is this insistence that everything look super polished and good. And, I don't know, it's gonna sound weird, but I feel like Gauntlets care too much about having good deco. Because they don't play bad, but they play just bad enough to where they're just not appealing. And there's something, like, I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, because honestly, I don't even know if I'm making sense, but, like, there's something annoying about a level that clearly had more effort put into the deco than the gameplay. And by the way, I want to mention, this is an unrelated tangent from the level I'm playing. The level I'm playing is just good. I don't hate this, but, like, I'm just saying, like, no, I don't mean Still Life, because I hate how Still Life looks. I'm talking about levels like WannaCry, where it's like, yeah, this looks sick, this is some of the coolest deco in the game, I don't want to play this. Or like Sinless Ash, yeah, that's another one, enigmatic. It's like, Sinless Ash looks cool, but it's also a XL boss fight, second half heavy, fucking laggy medium demon, you know what I mean? It's just, I think, you know what it really comes down to? I don't think these levels are bad. I think all of my criticism really just boils down to I don't care. Like, that is the word about the Gauntlet. Like, that is the prevailing thing that I say about the Gauntlets. It's not that they're bad. I just literally do not care. Like, these levels are the last thing I would choose to play compared to, like, anything else. Like, I'd rather play anything other than this. Not because it's bad, but because I'm interested in other levels more. It's this prevailing feeling of, oh, I could be doing this right now, you know? Like, I could be playing fucking F by, N level right now. Even Sonic Wave? I mean, yeah, I don't know, I feel like Sonic Wave's more interesting. Because a lot of these levels fall into the category of I beat them and then I forget they exist. And that'd also be fine if it wasn't for the fact that usually these levels are pretty hard for their difficulty. Like, there's nothing worse than having to spend a long time on a 9-star. I don't know. But yeah, none of these levels are bad. I think and this is kind of what I'm trying to explain. The realization I had is more just that, like, I don't think these levels are bad. I hate them because I don't want to play them. Like, for unrelated reasons than their quality. I just want to play something else. And usually I get to them and I'm like, fucking, can I get this over with, please? So I can play, like, funny 1.6 demon. The best way I can describe it, chat, is you ever play any of the Pokemon games, like the old ones, like X and Y and older? Because the best way I can describe the Gauntlets is playing the Gauntlets feels like grinding for levels in a Pokemon game. Where, like, yeah, it's not necessarily boring, but I'd rather actually play the fucking game. You know, like, I'd rather do, like, anything other than this. I want to fight a gym. I want to work on the Pokedex. I don't want to grind for levels. Can we get this over with, please? That's how the Gauntlets feel to me. Feels like grinding for levels in a Pokemon game. And, like, that's the best way I can explain it. If that doesn't help it come across properly, then I don't think I'll ever be able to explain it, because it's such an indescribable feeling. Also, hey, Often Guy. God damn it, dude. Yeah, that's the other thing. I do not feel that way about 2.1 Gauntlets. 2.1 Gauntlets, I already beat all the 2.1 Gauntlets, aside of the fact that I think I have to rebeat one of them on the servers, whatever. I've done all the 2.1 Gauntlets, I have the completed 2.1 achievement, and I did not hate a single second of that. Even the levels that I hate, like Shrill Hallway, I enjoyed grinding all of those. But the 2.2 Gauntlets, like... Okay, I have another way of putting it. Chat, you know when you go and eat out at dinner at a place you really like, right? You go to, like, a restaurant that you really like. And, you know, you eat it, and it's good, and you're really happy. And then the next night, you decide, well, why don't we go there again? And then you do that for, like, the next week or so. You just keep eating the same food over and over. And even though you like it, it's not necessarily that it gets boring. It's like, even though you like it, you hate it that night because you've had it so much. It's like, I don't want to go and fucking get Little Caesars again. Just, like, can we go somewhere else, please? Right? Like, we can have Little Caesars another time. Can we go to, like, a fucking Chinese food place or something? I'm sick of this. That's how I feel about the Gauntlets. That's what it is. It's like, I just don't... I don't wanna... Little Caesars is shit? Nah, Little Caesars is good. But that's how the 2.2 Gauntlets leave me feeling. It's just this overwhelming feeling of, alright, that's enough. Can we do something else, please? I had it once when I was in 3rd grade. It was dry. Okay, to be fair, from what I've heard, Little Caesars is one of those fast food places where, like, if you like it, depends on which one you go to, because some Little Caesars are fucking horrible, and then others are really good. Dude, why does it feel like the level's just getting harder every attempt? I hope my theory about the temple gauntlet ends up reigning true. Oh my god, man. We're talking about war crimes now? You know what I don't understand? Who decides what is and isn't a war crime? Like, who actually, like, decided and agreed on that? Was it, like, NATO? I don't know. Man. Eepy. This level's making me feel eepy. I did the same fucking thing. a certain country neighboring Lebanon? I don't know geography. Oh. What? Time to sell my soul to Saudi Arabia. Mr. Big. I'm sorry, but that is like the 9/11 equivalent of my dad works at Microsoft. Just something about my parents knew Osama. Or my parents knew Osama's parents is really funny to me. I guess you could say he saw mom. He saw ma. Whatever. I'm fucking... I'm feeling goofy right now. I don't know if I'm being funny. I might legitimately be funny or sleep deprived. I don't know. I'm definitely playing the fucking game like I'm sleep deprived. Dude, it's so funny because, like, South Park made a whole episode making fun of people for making deals with this, with, like, Saudi Arabia for money, right? And I think the joke is, like, people will basically make deals to host events in Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia is trying to expand their culture, and they basically want, like, their own Hollywood, right? And, like, they made a whole episode making fun of that, and the whole joke was that they held a Thanksgiving Day parade sponsored by Saudi Arabia. And it's funny because a lot of people watched that episode and didn't get it because they just didn't really know that that was a thing that was happening. Meanwhile, I watched WWE, where half the fucking PLEs now are in Saudi Arabia. And I always thought that was weird. Because it's like, wouldn't you want to host PLEs across the whole world, not just one place? It's always weird when WWE, like, becomes culturally relevant for, like, a week and then goes back to being, like, a thing that is, like, a niche little interest. You know what I mean? Like, it like, keeps coming in and out of cultural relevance. And I find it so funny because you'll have one moment where, like, ew, you watch WWE, you know that's fake, right? When, like, yes, that's the point, it's theater. But, like, you'll go from that, and then literally the next day you'll open up Twitter and it'll be like, guys, did you hear John Cena retired? And all I can think is, I thought WWE was lame, guy. I thought you thought it was lame. What are you doing? I know nothing of wrestling. That's fair. I'd say Cena transcends WWE as a whole. Yeah, but, like, John Cena isn't, like, retiring from acting or, like, leaving the public culture zeitgeist, but, like, he's literally just not wrestling in WWE anymore. Well, this is the thing, right? People make fun of WWE for being fake, but WWE being fake is literally the reason it's good. Like, I have never met someone who watches WWE for the matches. Like, the matches are a part of it because it is kind of cool to see people just fly around like that, but no, you watch WWE for the storytelling. You watch it for, like, you know, shit like fucking... Like, when I think WWE, I think of stuff like John Cena versus CM Punk, right? Where it's not about the match, it's about the, like, weird culture war storyline they did, where it was, like, you know, fucking two guys, like, verbally ripping each other to shreds, and it's all acting, it's fake, but that's what makes it good. It's like watching a movie where two people fucking hate each other. It's entertaining. No, it's like, WWE is really good at creating these fake storylines to go around matches, and they'll always boil down to stuff like, this person said this thing, and this other person didn't like it, so they, like, attacked them backstage and beat the shit out of them, and now they're pissed at each other, so they gotta have a match to settle things, and, like, it's all for show. It's theater. That's what I said earlier. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It's just theater, but it's really fucking good theater. T. Like, many people that call out liking WWE, makes me wonder how many people that call out liking WWE are just big boxing fans and not your average person. Yeah, exactly. Because I've never met someone that thinks WWE is real, unless they're like a kid, you know? And you don't tell kids it's fake, it's part of the magic, but, like, the thing is, the more you learn about WWE, the more you learn how they fake things, and it makes it more respectable and not less. Like, WWE wrestlers, how they bleed is such a cool and interesting thing, because basically they have this technique, which I'm not going to describe because I don't want YouTube to, like, ban me for promoting self-harm or whatever, and for the record, YouTube, that's not what I'm doing, chill out. But basically, they have this method for making themselves bleed that is so painless, so quick, so fucking effortless, and so harmless. That is the most important part. Like, it will not hurt you. And the most I could probably say is they carry around, like, this tiny little piece of a razor blade with them, and they just kind of, like, use that. And they do it in a very specific part of their body, in a very specific motion, in a very specific way that ensures they are safe, it doesn't hurt at all, and it's cool because you learn all of this, and you learn that they have to do this while not letting the crowd see them, and then you realize that they do this in a scripted fight, all of which they have to follow, like, these specific cues, they have to, you know what I mean, like, they do all this stuff. All of this just to tell an intriguing story. And keep in mind, this is all going the extra mile. Like, they do not have to bleed at all. But they do it because they know that it enhances the story. It makes things seem more realistic. And it's kind of like, you know, you don't need to believe it's real to suspend your disbelief and have fun watching it. You know what I mean? And it's funny, because I think even the WWE has been kind of leaning into it a bit. Because you have stuff like, John Cena literally selling his soul to The Rock. Like he's a fucking demon or whatever. It's funny as shit. I don't know. But, like, that's kind of, like, my big thing is, I don't understand criticizing it for being fake, because it's literally good because it's fake. Chat, have you ever seen real wrestling before? Like non-gimmicked, like, not fake, like, actual, real, like, college-level wrestling? It's the most boring shit you'll ever see. It is fucking, like, unwatchably boring. It's just... you're right, it's basically a completely different sport. And that's why, again, I will always say WWE is theater. Oh shit. Ah! What the fuck did I just do? I flew over the gravity portal. How does one even get into college wrestling is why I'm curious on. So college wrestling, the best way I can describe it is imagine with no storyline, nothing to make it interesting. Imagine if it was just a bunch of grown men just grappling each other. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but that's all it is. It's like, take WWE, make it just the submission moves, but then remove literally every submission move that looks like it hurts and have it basically just be people grabbing each other from the front and behind. And it's kind of like really gay sumo wrestling. That's what college wrestling is like. I don't know, it's just really gay sumo wrestling with skinny people dressed up in, like, half hockey uniforms. It sounds awesome. Oh, it sounds awesome. It's not. It's unwatchable. You want to know what's especially funny about WWE? When you start learning about, like, how things are done and, like, the behind-the-scenes of how they gimmick things, because they don't keep it a secret anymore, you realize it's so theater that a lot of the terms they use is literally, like, carnival terms or, like, freak show terms. And what I mean by that is, like, they don't say that they're bleeding, they say that they're getting color. They don't say that they're faking reactions, they say that they are selling. That's like how committed it is. They have like their own language. So like if someone throws a fake punch and you act like it hurt and you like physically react even though it didn't hurt, that's called selling. They have a term for that. And it's like these, to a wrestling critic, would be like, ugh, how could you watch that? That's fake. Don't you know they don't actually hurt each other? But then, you know, if you actually watch it, again, like, that's what's cool about it. I sold the punch? Yeah, that's unironically the phrase. That's where I sold comes from? Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of more of the terms, because I'm aware of a few. I mean, there's obviously no selling, which is the opposite. It's pretty straightforward from what I explained. It's when you don't react to a hit, and you act like it didn't hurt at all. Which actually does have uses. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying one is better than the other. I'm mainly just making the point that, like, the people who criticize WWE for being fake would not like real wrestling. Alright, and now we need to beat it again. That right there is why the gauntlets are fucking tedious for the purposes of the Rebeat arc, by the way. 69. But yeah, that's why this is tedious for the purposes of the Rebeat arc, because, like, oh, okay, time to beat it a second time. Can you, understand, at least, why I originally hacked the Rebeats, and why this whole Rebeat arc thing started in the first place? Like, I think it's very understandable. Ah. What's my favorite and least favorite orb? Least favorite is easy. My least favorite is the spider orb. I like the spider pad. The spider pad is really fucking cool. The spider orb, I hate. I really hate the spider orb. It's so bad. And it's not bad because, like, all of the orbs are good. I want to say, like, all of the orbs are good. But the spider orb is the one that is the most likely to be bad. In the sense that, like, it's the one people are most likely to use in an annoying way. Because, the problem with the spider orb is people are really tempted to make clicks where, you know, you teleport with a spider orb and then need to immediately jump. And the problem with that is due to what spider orbs do, teleport you to the floor, they basically just come with a J-block built in. Which means you'll run into really awful scenarios where a spider orb simply existing means you have to do an annoying double click. And I know that what I just explained sounds like a hyper-specific reason, but you have no idea how many times I have seen that in a level. It just feels like spider orbs often break the pace of what would be really fun gameplay. As for best orb, I mean, if I'm thinking about it from the perspective of the one that's the most fun to play and build with, I think I gotta be simple. I gotta go with the blue orb. I love the blue orb so much. How the fuck did I get so much height off that? When it comes to platformers, though, that's a whole different discussion. Because I think with plats, I gotta say yellow orb is the best, and green orb is the worst. Green orbs in plat kinda suck. Green orbs are fun in Classic. In Plats, I don't like them, because a lot of high-end difficult plats just make it so that green orbs require, like, an insane amount of setup, and it's very annoying. Again, going back to what I said earlier, none of the orbs are bad. It's possible to make good gameplay with any of the orbs. I just, you know, going off the one that's the most likely to annoy me. I forgot to jump. Man, am I really that fucking tired? Dude. I think I'm really enjoying the gameplay in this. I'm just too sleep-deprived to play it well, so I'm kind of doing, like, a really bad job at what would normally be very easy gameplay. I don't know why I'm so tired. Like, I had today off from work, so I've just been relaxing. Why am I doing that? Spider is really good in plat. I don't know why, it just is. Because it should be the most boring, but it's not. Chat, I hate to do this because I know I've only been streaming for an hour, but I think after I beat this, I'm probably going to end stream a little early, just because I am very tired. I mean, you can tell by how poorly I'm playing right now. I will beat this, and then after I do, I'm probably going to sleep. Can I fucking UFO? Just think, if I didn't have to beat these twice, I'd already be beating Astrolith by now. Actually, before I end stream, I am going to do a practice run of Astrolith. And I'm gonna do that because I need to know how well Astrolith runs when I'm streaming. Because I don't know how well Astrolith runs. I haven't played it since back when I still played GD on Windows. It ran like ass on Windows, but I'm thinking maybe it'll run better on Linux. But if it runs like ass while I'm streaming, then I have to beat Astrolith off stream, which is fine, but I just want to check. What? How the fuck? Huh? Why do I find this stupid bullshit in everything I play? Platform 9 3/4 ass ahead. I turn every single GD level into platform 9 3/4. What? Chat, it's so sad. I grew up with Harry Potter. I read every book, watched every movie. I was, in a word, a fan, right? And then J.K. Rowling is, like, one of the worst fucking transphobes. Not because she's done the most evil shit, but she's just, like, one of the most insufferable. Right? Like, she's a fucking cunt. That's the only way, like, I don't know how else to describe it. She's just a bitch. So... I don't know. I obviously can't support the Harry Potter franchise anymore, but in my eyes, it's like, finding out the creator of Harry Potter is a shithead is like finding out the creator of Star Wars is a shithead. Like, Harry Potter is just so culturally relevant to me. It's just weird, you know? I always feel guilty for referencing it, but... I don't know. Separate art from artist? Yeah, but it's hard to do that when they regularly tweet stuff like, I will give all of my money that I make from the new Harry Potter thing to anti-trans funds or whatever. Like, that, those are real, like, that's the kind of shit she says regularly. And it's like, I don't know. Obviously, as long as I don't buy anything from them, then I don't have a reason to feel guilty. But, like, even just referencing the franchise makes me feel bad. You know? So, I don't know. Especially when you realize that Harry Potter has some questionable stuff in it. Like, a lot of people will never talk about this side of things because they act like it's only the new stuff. Bro, the fucking bankers from Harry Potter... Right? Like, the people that run, what was it, Gringotts Bank, I believe? They're basically just racist Jew stereotypes. Like, they are just meant to be, like, a very racist caricature of Jewish people. Like, chat, if any of you have access to, like, a streaming service where you can watch Harry Potter or you're willing to pirate it, get, like, the Sorcerer's Stone movie... and just go look at the fucking banker characters. Like the little goblins that run the bank. Because I swear to God, they are just racism. That is all they are. And, like, it makes it very hard to enjoy those movies and those books. Yeah, it is very much racism. Like, they might actually be more racist than like, the fucking... I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, actually. I think YouTube would murder me. Yeah, I don't think I can use that word. The racist caricatures... that are often found within anime. And that's as far as I go. If you're familiar with Kimba the Light Lion, you know the problem I'm talking about. I I mean, maybe it's fine to say, I just don't want YouTube to nuke my channel. It's, where you wear face paint to look like someone you're not, and that's the most I will say. It's extremely racist. But I think, honestly, the house elves from Harry Potter might, top that. Yes, cartoonist. That. I'm just not sure if YouTube is okay with me saying that. Like, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. But no, it's funny, because, like, Harry Potter gets really questionable at times. And I do understand separate art from artist, because to an extent I do. I mean, I still regularly quote the, like, Hermione, Wingardium Leviosa thing, because it's such a funny thing, but I always feel really guilty about it, and I try not to do it, because it's just, like, I don't know, whenever I think about Harry Potter, I think about, like, it's weird. It's like, whenever there's someone problematic, they'll act like there is no creator of the thing they like, unless they're criticizing the thing they like. Like, if you were to point out that the old Harry Potter movies have racist characters, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that's J.K. Rowling for you. But if you do that with something they like, then it's like, oh, man, don't do that. I like that thing. Let me think of an example. Okay, so, how many of you in chat watch Quentin reviews? Do any of you know about Quentin reviews? He did, like, a whole series of several videos that were all, like, 7 hours long. And they, like, this is a multi-video series. And each video is, like, an in-depth review of each of the Nickelodeon sitcoms. So, like, he did 2 for iCarly, 2 for Victorious, and I think 3 for Sam and Cat. Right? And a running joke of the series is that he had a cognitive dissonance towards Dan Schneider. So anytime Dan Schneider should have been brought up, it was like it was physically impossible for it to be brought up. Like analog horror type shit. Like, it would not come up, right? And there were a lot of jokes about how, like, this show doesn't have a creator. Anytime I try to Google it, it just, like, it goes to static. I don't know why this keeps happening. And the whole thing is, the twist of the series is that there ended up being a finale, which is literally just talking about Dan Schneider and all the awful stuff he's done, right? And that was the finale. And in that video, there was a moment that stuck out to me where he was basically talking about how he had a headcanon, and that headcanon pissed so many people off in his test edits that he removed it because of the reaction he got. And if you're curious what that was, it was the idea that Spencer Shea from iCarly is a Dan Schneider self-insert. And the reason that pissed so many people off is because of the implication that their favorite character was comparable to an awful person. But then you look at his point, and it's like, okay, he's an older man that is very eccentric, cares a lot about art, and only ever hangs out with underage kids because they're the only people that like his art, to the point where it gets creepy and he puts their lives in danger. That is Dan Schneider. And what I find so interesting about that reaction, and what he also said in his video, is that it's weird that there's this sort of attitude of like, oh, don't take Spencer from me, because it's almost like you're not allowed to mention that the creator of the show is a bad person, you know? Like, people just don't want you to. And to me, with Harry Potter, I feel like that, because there's so many moments where I look at the Harry Potter series and it's like, that's a bit weird, that probably isn't okay. And then no one likes to acknowledge that, you know? People are all like, oh man, it's fine as long as you separate art from artist. But it's really just not. It's weird. There's so much random racism in those fucking books. There's an entire story arc in Goblet of Fire that was cut from the movies and is only in the books, where Hermione tries to start what I could only describe as a human rights union to basically give house elves rights, because she finds out that they're just enslaved by Hogwarts and they cook all the food. So, like, house elves are basically just slaves. That's what they are. And the worst part is that the attitude towards Hermione doing this is stupid, they like being in this position, stop trying to help them. And then the rest of the book just makes fun of Hermione for it. And it's like, again, I just think that that's a little weird. You know, like having a plot line in your book be that your main character is trying to end slavery and getting made fun of for it. I don't know. Alright, buy a super uniform. God, I am so fucking tired. I just want to beat this. Please. Yeah. I don't remember when I wrote the guidelines, but yeah, trans rights or human rights is a very important thing. That reminds me, chat, do you want to know about something really funny that happened at work? So, basically, there was this guy, and he walks by me, because if I haven't told you guys what I do at work, I give out free samples at, like, a Sam's Club. That's what I do. And, I was at, like, the front of the store. I was giving free samples of, some, like, chocolate protein drink. I don't remember what it was. I think it was some brand called, like, Nuri or something like that. I don't remember. But I was giving that out, and I was just sitting there at the front of the store, and some guy goes to walk by me, and he's wearing... Actually, I'm gonna look in a sec, because I'm curious if I'll be able to find it, but he's wearing a shirt, like a big sweatshirt. I'm gonna look this up, actually. Let me see if I can find this, because this is the kind of thing that you won't believe unless I show you. Because I need... Oh, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this. I desperately want to find this. I bet this is gonna fuck up my Google search suggested, but whatever. Oh, man, I don't even know. Like, the fact it's hard to find this shirt says a lot. That's the logo. Oh, please, God, tell me I can find this. Okay. I found something with the logo, but it's not the exact shirt. Please tell me I can fucking find this, dude. Because I swear... Alright, whatever. I'll have to use this for now, but I can't find it. This doesn't have my docs on screen anywhere, does it? Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. So basically, it was something along the lines of this, but it was a sweatshirt, right? So, like, a super pro-Trump, you know, thing, right? It was, like, super edgy. It was, like, dark MAGA on the back, and on the front, it was, like, Trump doing, like, the raised fist thing. And guy walks by, and he's wearing this shirt, and in the most actor-enthusiastic way goes, "Hey, bud, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing pretty good." And he goes, "That's great." And he walks by, he goes into the bathroom, and the entire time I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, what the fuck was that shirt? It looks so good. What the fuck is dark MAGA? Bro, what the fuck? And bro, like, walks in, bro, he's sitting there in the bathroom for, like, I want to say, like, 10 minutes. And then he comes out, and he walks up to his wife and kid, who were standing near me, and he goes, "I just walked into the bathroom and some guy started spazzing out. He was so triggered by my shirt. He was so triggered. It's so funny." And he proceeds to take a family photo in front of this one Christmas poster that I'm pretty sure was AI generated, by the way. And then he walks away. And here's the thing. I'm working a job, right? So I have to be professional. I have to hold my tongue. But the entire fucking time, all I could think was, I want to mention the Epstein files so bad. I just want to ask this guy, so what do you think about the Epstein files? And just see how he reacts. That, or I wanted to be like, hey, trans rights are human rights, by the way. Because, like, I have never seen a guy... Like, imagine if that's what your life has come to. Where, like, you have to spend money to piss people off, only for the thing that you're doing to piss people off, not piss a single person off. Like, bro unironically bought a sweatshirt just to piss people off. And it didn't even work. Just so fucking funny. It's so funny. Fucking dark MAGA. It reminds me of the, what was it? The Dark Biden, or Dark Brandon, I think it was. I don't know. Prove how not woke you are by buying my sweatshirt for $9.99 plus tax, plus shipping and handling. Buy my sweatshirt, or else you are woke. It's like, Alex Jones selling, like, erection pills. That's a real thing, by the way. Genuinely, though, I just don't get it. I don't get people like that. In general, like, it really gives me the vibe of, like, man acts like 4chan in real life, not clickbait. Bro thought he was posting to a 4chan board, not realizing he was inside of a Sam's Club. The fucking lotus flower. What is that fuck-ass click, dude? I gotta remind myself that the level's probably fine, I'm just really tired. I do really like the atmosphere and deco of this level, it's really pretty. There we go. YouTube said that Nothing is Scary is my second most watched person on YouTube this year. That's 100% incorrect because I watched a lot of Smosh this year. Yeah. I don't trust the whole wrapped thing that everything is doing. Cause I wanna show you something, Chad. I tweeted about this, but I gotta show you this. Let me find the post. Yeah, so I've been listening to a bunch of artists' discographies on Spotify, and this was my Spotify Wrapped. All right. It said that my most listened to song was Avenged Sevenfold's cover of Paranoid and Not Voltage by Skrillex. For reference, I've only listened to the Paranoid cover 3 times total this entire year. I listened to Voltage 7 times in a row waiting for my ride to pick me up after work one day. So in one day, I listened to Voltage more than I listened to Paranoid the entire year. So I don't trust these. And also, the Deltarune OST just didn't show up at all. In reality, I'm pretty sure the song I listened to the most this year was either A Dark Place or The Third Sanctuary. And I like Avenged Sevenfold, by the way. I listened to their entire discography in, like, one sitting this year. But I don't think I listened to Paranoid as my most listened to song. Alright, anyway, let me update the sheet. That'll patch. Gotta get its object count and all that fun stuff. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, thank you. Enjoyment 5. That's, funnily enough, I actually agree with that, but it's probably for a completely different reason now. Deco 100, gameplay 74. We'll bump that up to an 87. Gameplay from 0, I think it's the same. Gameplay consistency 100. Song rep 81. I'll say it's a 100, actually. A couple of hundreds, cool. Overall, but shit. Yeah. Alright, I want to do a practice run of Astrolith to see how it'll go, but I'm not beating it this stream, because I'm going to end stream in a bit. I'm tired. But I need to know how it's going to run. I do think it's funny that, there's a level with a Nong in the Gauntlets now. That's a bit funny to me. Also, Paramore is fucking awesome. Oh shit, are we on the full detail? Because this is already running really well. No way I'll be able to beat Astrolith on the full detail. Yep, this is the laggiest part of the level, if I remember correctly. And I'm okay with frame drops, mind you. I just need the physics to be fine. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. That was one of this level's big problems, was the questionable hitboxes. Alright, the train part's laggy, but that's fine. It's only 2 inputs. Oh, fuck. It's a cutscene, though, so it could be fine. Alright, well, if it runs that well in the full detail, worst comes to worst, if that lag spike was a problem, I could always go on the LDM, and it's gonna run fine on the LDM. That's really reassuring. I think when I beat this on the next stream, this is gonna go really well. That's good to know. Alright, so I don't have to beat this off stream. I can just do it on stream. Good. Alright. Cool. We'll have to beat that next stream, because I am very tired. Alright. I'm gonna end stream. Good night, everyone. Excuse me. I am glad to be back. Bye.